right, talking with Jack Beckman. First of all, we got to look at there. You got to pan out over here, though. Are you afraid of heights? We were originally going to have the interview over there, and then I got scared and decided to come over here. But I mean, what of you, right?
I have a deep respect for heights. I actually did that deal last year for charity where we jumped off the side of this, fully tethered in. But yeah, it'll get your attention.
Now I notice you have that little wristband right over there in your right hand. Just to explain really quickly, I don't, because that was to ride the rides for free, I guess, up above. Are you going to do some of those rides?
I'll sell it to you for $5 if you want. It's kind of loose.
You'd have to pay me $5.
Yeah, you know what? As long as I can convince my wife, who's watching our two little kids back at the track in the motorhome, that I was here doing press conference, I'll milk a couple of the rides.
More importantly, #1 in funny car points. And I love this press release because it says right here, but dreams are often shattered in the gambling mecca. What do you have to do to make sure your dream of finishing out the season, #1, is not shattered in the gambling mecca?
You know what? I think that probably the worst we could finish this year is third. That doesn't mean it's okay to finish third or second. We want to win the championship. We're doing everything we can to win the championship. And what happens is the closer you get to that goal, the more it starts burning. You know, in other words, if it's off in the distance, yeah, you think about it, but it's more of a dream. When it starts to become closer to a reality and you start to taste the things, that's when you either turn that into motivation to keep doing the things that got you there, or you let the thing burn you up. So we have to step back away from it enough to do things with the mindset that we've done up to this point, but stay motivated enough that we recognize that every little thing that we do, every little point, every single qualifying run is more important now.
Well, you know, that brings up a follow-up question on that. Do you approach qualifying races differently than, you know, the finals, or is it always the same approach for every race?
Yes and no. I mean, as a driver, I've always looked at this 4 qualifying runs as free practice for me. A lot of guys kind of back off on the reaction time. I always try to get myself in that mindset that I can use that towards Sunday. In other words, if qualifying means something to me, if I'm locked in, if I'm in my mental state that I need to be in qualifying, it should roll right over to race day. A lot of these guys that go up there in qualifying, it's not that important, and they're a little too relaxed, and all of a sudden they get uptight on race day. So towards that end, I think you treat it the same. On race day, there are some things that are different. You got to get it to the finish line no matter what. You don't want to take a chance in qualifying and pedaling the thing if you're already in, off and on the throttle. You could blow it up. They're 8,000 horsepower. Race day, all bets are off. You got to get it to the finish line. If it's a final round, you can roll in a little bit deeper. Staging deeper makes your reaction time look better, but your lapse time look worse, which might cost you lane choice in a preliminary round. Doesn't matter in the final. So there's some nuances that change the deeper you go in eliminations, but overall I approach it the same.
Does it matter at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway lane assignment? I know at some. I was talking with Antron Brown earlier today. He said at some tracks it does. He thought in Las Vegas, not so big of a deal here.
I don't know. Here's my thought on that. In qualifying, NHRA tells you which lane to go into. There's 4 qualifying runs, and you'll go right, left, right, left. You don't have a choice. On race day, sometimes having lane choice can make you look bad. If you go out there and smoke the tires and you had lane choice, whoa. So I'd rather have it than not have it, because even if you're at a facility like Vegas where historically the lanes are equal, what happens if something becomes questionable in one lane right before you're getting ready to run? To have the option of being able to put your car in the lane you want by qualifying higher or running quicker than your opponent in the next round in eliminations, I think that's important. So that's why we try to race smart. You know, on race day, a lot of drivers, their ego takes over, they roll in deeper, and all it does is switch numbers on the time slip. You get a better reaction time and a worse elapsed time because the car starts from a different spot. But that worse elapsed time could cost you lane choice for the next round. I won my first funny car race here in 2006. I do think there was a difference in the lanes. We raced strategically, and it won us the race. We kept lane choice for the final, and the other car smoked the tires.
What does it take? I was reading your thing. You're a instructor at a drag race school. Are there tandem cars at the beginning, or how do you even? What do you do to instruct somebody? Okay, do that.
No, I was actually a student at the Frank Hawley School before I became a teacher there. I was so enamored with the program, I quit my job. I was an elevator man for 11 years, and I quit.
Perfect place.
Yeah, no kidding. I quit a great career to go be a part of that program to teach. In fact, in this press conference, Erica Enders is here. I signed her first license, and we begin with a lot of classroom instruction. Then we get the students in the cars and let them do a short run. Then we go back and do more classroom instruction. And what it is I always tell the students, if you can control from your neck up, you can control the race car. It is a mental thing. A lot of people will try to tell you, you got to manhandle these funny cars, they require brute strength. There's gals that drive semi-tractor trailers. It's not a strength thing. It's a mental thing. And we're big on that at the school, and that's why I love teaching there. Because I'll go teach here and I'll say, you know what? Everything I'm teaching these students still applies even in a 320-mile-an-hour car.
Now, your life is speed. It's almost Halloween. We got some pumpkins over here, so you and I are going to have a little race with some sharp knives that I brought. We're going to see who can do the best jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure your sponsor.
I can't even walk out of the trailer without hitting my head. This is not going to end up well for me.
Well, Jack, good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you much.
Thank you.